Welcome to Style of Boogie. Get terrific rock and roll association, incredible breakers, and hidden faces.
What's up, guys? Lorenzo Dom, TMF Law Unlimited, of course, Hidden Faces, and we're here for Style of Boogie, where the truth usually and always gets told. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Rizl. Did I say that right?
Rizl.
She's from a crew called Chronic Illness. She does the liquid dance, I believe, right? She's a liquid dancer. And a guy by the name of Tiny Love introduced us to her. And, you know, she's up and coming, so it's someone that we take interest in, trying to bring all these the new generation to come in and, you know, get involved. This way we can introduce them to you guys, and hopefully you make a decision whether he or she is worth, you know, taking it forward and moving forward in this community. So Rizl, my dear, let me, you ask her the first question.
So really, you know, she is part of the new generation, and I see a fully talented young lady right here, and we have to put these young women in front of the cameras and watch them talentedly entertain us, right? And so the liquid dance, to me, that's new to me. I'd like to know, what's your perspective as far as the liquid dance? What is it exactly?
I guess some people would define like liquid dance by like moves, like a hand flow or a rail, or, you know, things like that, you know, if you see that, people immediately identify that.
What's a rail?
Well, if there's hand flow, then a rail is like simulating a straight line. And you can hold a rail like this, you could bend it down.
Can I ask you something? Because I see Tiny. Tiny's amazing. I don't like him much, but he's amazing.
I don't think anybody likes him.
Nobody likes that kid. But let me ask you something, because what I noticed, for example, I'm an electric boogie dancer. This is all I can do with my fucking hands. Look, see that? I can't do it like this. I can't, I can't get it like, So is this a dance that only people that are born a certain way with their bone structure? Because when you went like this, your fingers went that way. And if you don't have that, like for example, as a boogie dancer, I can go like this, right? But I can't do it like you guys do it. You really like get it from point A to point B with your fingers going back. So maybe you don't know, but do you think, is it like a contortionist, or are most of you guys that flexible in order to be able to do this dance?
I don't know as much with liquid, but I might say that with digits, especially.
So there's a difference now.
Right. And
so what's digits?
Like with finger tutting too.
Finger tutting.
Like,
but that's not liquid dancing? Or is it combined?
I think it was derived originally from that. It's kind of taken on a life of its own and been recontextualized so many times outside of the music too, because I think like the music creates the moves.
So then you have what? You said you have digit. What was the other one you said?
Finger tutting.
So which came first?
So we would say digits came first. Digits came directly out of liquid. Finger tutting is something that Tiny, shut up with the I can hear you over here, bro. So you got digit, digit, finger tutting, and then liquid. That's the evolution of it. I suppose if you go to the roots.
So to me, when I remember when I did it was just waves, So we did it.
Yeah, we called it waves, right? Like this.
We just passed it as waves.
Yeah.
That's why I said liquid. To me, that's a new technology to me.
Do that with your hands. Watch. Go like that with your fingers. Look at but your fingers go up.
Yeah, it really does.
See, I can't fucking do that. Look. So you have to have a certain like bone structure in order to do that. You can't train yourself to make your fingers go up like that.
I guess so. To some people who just are born with like.
Yeah, born with that. Because you didn't start stretching out and say, "I'm gonna make my fingers go that route." You just had a normal hand like that.
Oh, yeah. I guess my hand's always been like that.
Right. So yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Every time I see Tiny and them do that, if you don't have that flexibility, you could never do that dance.
You just have to fake it.
You could never do that
in
dance.
order to make it.
I think people train though too, like doing stretches. I mean, just like.
Yeah, but you can never. I don't think you can make your fingers go that.
I've seen, no, actually, I've seen guys,
This I believe
tutorials
with the tut, I
people
believe,
train,
and with
yeah.
with this way, because even when I did the tut as a kid, I never had it flat like some cats have it. If you see some people, they like, and this shit just goes. It looks like this.
No, but I've seen kids that actually train hard on this stuff, and they
Well, Wiggle said you can.
do it,
Wiggle
you know,
said there's a
yeah.
training exercise for you, but not to make your fingers go up.
No, definitely she has a.
She's
like
something wrong
almost
with
like a double joint.
Something's not right.
But let me go back a little bit here. You know, like when did you start dancing, and what type of dance did you start?
Let's see. I really didn't start dancing until kind of recently, like 2007, I guess.
Well, that's not that recent. Yeah.
No, you're young. How old are you? You don't mind me asking?
35.
35. So you,
Oh wow, I thought you were a lot younger.
you seem like,
Holy shit, I thought you were a lot. I thought you were about 22, 23.
she's like the modern, to me, I look at the modern age flash dancer, because, you know, in flash dance, the girl was a steel worker.
Right, she was a welder.
And she's a steel worker. I've seen some videos.
Oh, you know how to weld shit?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta get you in here, man.
Amazing.
We need a looking for a welder, man.
Really? What kind of welding?
Motorcycle shit.
Structural?
motorcycle shit.
Would you be able to handle
TIG,
like
so
chrome?
TIG stuff.
We're gonna have to put in fucking TIG welding.
Yeah. That's the thing I'm primary. That I started with TIG, then
you got
a
TIG,
little
wig,
bit of
what's the
MIG,
other one?
and,
TIG?
Stick. Stick is like what I just got certified in, so that's all structural. I really love the stick, even though it's like, you know, it's tough and it's like dirty, but it's cool because you can build bridges out of that. Like,
My neighbor, the one you saw earlier that came out,
right.
he does welding for MTA. And the other day we were breaking it down, but he deals with the big tracks.
Yeah. So he's doing all the
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Probably flux core and all.
Star earlier asked you, you know, what's your nationality, and you said a couple of countries there, you know, but were you born in the United States?
I was born here. Yeah, I was born here. My mother's like second generation in New Jersey. Her family came from Poland.
Oh, you're from Jersey. Jersey.
Yeah.
But your mother's Asian and your father's
No,
Polish?
my mother's Polish. Then
Ah,
my
you're
dad's
Polish.
from Indonesia. He came here in '79. So
Dude, that's a weird mix, man. I mean, is it, or is it common?
it is weird. No, I don't. I've never met anybody like that.
Well, your father was in the military and your mom was like
My
just
father-
chilling?
Well, my father worked on, you know, Holland America Cruise Lines. They have everybody's Indonesian or Filipino that works on those ships, right? So he wanted to get out of Indo, and that was like the best way to do it, right? And you could go see the world. He always wanted to do that. So he got to see the world. Then he was like, well, I want to go to college in the U.S. So he ended up making, he became friends with this woman who, and this is like the power, like love of like, you could find anywhere, even a stranger. She took him in like her own son. Him and his other friend let them live at her house rent free, and they went to community college out there in Jersey. And so he got his 2-year, his associates, and then he went to Florida. In the meantime, he was bartending at a country club. My mom was waitressing there, so that's how they linked
Wow,
up.
that's
Are they
crazy.
still together?
Yeah.
Oh, so your mom and your dad are still together?
Awesome.
So I'm 35, so they've been together 36 years.
Wow.
Fantastic.
So what do you see, because believe it or not, I see the finger tutting, and I see, and you know, I'll always say the name because I've seen it before I met Tiny, but I always see his stuff, you know, and then I see the guys that follow him, and I see some other cats. But is it a dance that's huge, or is it just something that's up and coming? Because I've seen Tiny do it for like a lot of years now, right? Did it ever get, or is it going to get big, or is it just going to remain?
It is right now.
It is?
Like,
Yeah.
It's on the up, especially with the finger stuff, like with the digits and the finger tutting. That's been like, I'd say maybe even like the past like 7-8 years. That's been. So.
Tiny, did you order ice cream? Honestly, bro, you're just killing us today.
So let me ask you, you know, you seen those videos of those guys? I don't know what to call them because they're dancers. Matter of fact, they won the show that J-Lo judges, that they do, you know, that boom, boom, and they all get bam, 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 bam. All these guys, have you seen those cats? There's 4 guys, and then there's another one with like 2 girls, and they do these routines and everything. Is that similar to what you guys do, or that has nothing to do with what you guys do?
Maybe it looks similar,
But it's not.
I wouldn't say that.
So primarily, you're a finger tutter.
I would say liquid. I feel like liquid influences everything that I do.
So when you dance, when you say liquid, I'm trying to, everything you do is pretty much flowing, like
liquid.
What I would call waving, basically.
Right.
So like Mr. Waves, So that's basically what you're doing, but it looks more slower and more fluid, correct?
Maybe, yeah. Sometimes they say, like, it's been said that like waves are like external, and then liquid is internal. But I feel like, but that's if I try to.
What's the main characteristic to your dance? Is it your hands, or is it a combination of hands and feet?
I would say hands, but I feel like it's everything that I'm doing with my hands is coming from my feet. Like I feel like.
So it's like an electricity going up.
What got you into the dance? You said in 2007, but what inspired you to get into this dance?
Going like way back, I never thought I could ever dance. I was always very like disconnected from like my body. I mean, like besides like sports, that was a way to like I felt like I could get outside of myself.
But what was the introduction to you?
Well, the introduction to me, I started going to parties or like raves or whatever, but I wasn't like in it like in the 90s. I came in like late 99 and after. So I guess that's like what, fourth generation of whatever was like going on. Like,
is this when you say rave? Was it when they had the lights in their fingers and with those gloves? Is that?
Before the gloves, I would be like when it was just the sticks, like the glow sticks.
Oh, the glow sticks. I remember the glow sticks.
Y2K basically.
I remember the glow sticks.
Yeah.
So it went from glow sticks to gloves. Did you transition that way?
Well, I sucked at glow sticks, but actually glow sticks were like my introduction to liquid because so when I was 16, I went to England and I went to school there for a summer. And then like there was other kids there that were like also like me. They were like party kids, but they were from other parts of the US. I have friends from Chicago, South Carolina, Baltimore. So one of them, like he showed me how to do, it was called a figure 8, right? And how to do the figure 8 with glow sticks.
With the glow sticks.
So it would be like, the glow stick would be there like that. And you would just.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so like I would like practice like over my head this way and then go back the other way.
Bro, that's not normal. You gotta have those fucking hands to do that. Dude, that's not normal, seriously.
Sue's gonna ask you to pick his nose.
Yeah. Listen, no, it's easy to wipe your hands. But let me ask you something. So is there a certain type of music in particular just for these dances? Like liquid, digit?
I would say like definitely techno, house, even like drum and bass, trance.
Trance.
Yeah.
So that's the primary.
That's the primary music
for that.
It's not really hip hop.
I think people came from that and then have that.
Is it a battle dance? Is it up two people can? Because I mean, seriously, could two people dance together doing this shit?
Yeah, I think so. Though I haven't really seen it demonstrated recently, but I know when I used to go to parties, I would see that. I didn't even know what the dance was called. I was just like, oh, it's one of those party dances from that time.
So if you danced with someone, it was almost like just showing each other these particular moves. It wasn't like actual dance, like when what we call dancing. It
would be mixed in because like you'd have those. It's like. Because look, was like you're creating like illusions of space. There's like a lot of like miming surfaces and things like that. I mean, I guess to me, it's like whatever the music's telling you.
So is it fair to say that you guys do a lot of drugs in order to? Because you have to have some Molly, some ecstasy in your system.
I think it was definitely.
Because I've seen the videos.
I was born of that for sure. I mean, what do they say?
But do you have to get high to really embrace this particular dance, or?
A crew's called chronic.
Yeah, that's chronic illness. So you're getting stoned when you're doing this shit. So we don't want to promote any drugs in this particular segment, but, listen, like we always say, if you heard off camera, she didn't want to say it on camera when we were talking to Curly, she said, most of us started feeling these things when we would get high. We smoke a joint, some people did mescaline, and that's when you explored your own body in a sense with the music. Is that the same thing with these particular dances? Yeah.
How many members in your group?
Let's see. There's solid 3 other members.
Guys and girls or just girls?
I would say maybe there's like 5 other members, including one woman. Yeah.
So it's more women than men?
No, there's one woman.
Oh, so you and then the guys. Oh, okay. Tiny's in your crew?
No, Tiny's not my crew.
Yeah, thank God. That guy sucks.
Yeah, he's ugly too.
That guy sucks. We can't stand Tiny.
It's Deep Strange, who's one of the creators of figure tutting, along with Tiny and another guy called Shifted Shapes.
Shifted Shapes?
Shifted Shapes.
Oh, shifted. Like it's a shitty shape.
Do you guys wear like jackets, jerseys, t-shirts, representing your?
Yeah, we have some shirts. Haven't worn them in a while. But yeah.
Any performances?
Anything coming up?
I was kind of put down with the crew kind of recently. I think that was like 2014 or 2013 maybe. So
that's not recently. That's 7 fucking years.
No, but I'm like, oh, it's recent to anything after 05.
Will you bring them back? Will you bring them in and have them dance?
They would love to come.
Could you do a performance for us, man?
Because they've performed and done
listen,
all together.
when we did the first show, we let Tiny dance for us. Mm-hmm. The only thing with Tiny is that he has not a lot, but he has about 28,000 videos of himself dancing. Right. So there's nothing that we can bring him here to do that we haven't seen already. So
and I heard
if you have something
in all
new,
28,000 videos, he wore the same underwear.
Sorry, guys. But in all seriousness, do you see, is this something just as a hobby? Is this something that 20 years from now, you're going to be sitting like what we're doing in the show talking about this? Yeah, that, it was like a legit dance that there'll be pioneers talking about it and whatnot?
I think it's a legit dance. And I think it's, I feel like it seems to me that it's starting to get more attention overseas too.
Right, because it's pretty much underground here. Like I said, if I don't see it, like I said, not to promote Tiny as much, but if I don't see him and his followers, because when I see his feeds, that's how I see it. Otherwise than that, I have a Lawful Limited page on Instagram, and I don't see much of it. I don't see much of it. I see a couple guys, and there's still a few guys like Popping John that they do stuff when they pop, with that, but not as much. Like I've seen Tiny, maybe yourself, do full routines where I don't see that as much. During not even on TikTok, so
there's a lot of liquid and digits, and now especially liquid's coming back. Liquid dancers from Japan, from South Korea, from
Vietnam. Where can we see them at?
On they have Facebook pages, they have Instagrams. Especially Instagram is like a big network of dancers.
So if you go on Instagram on the search and you put liquid dancers,
if you put liquid dance, you'll see all of it. You'll see a variety, and India as well. There's a lot.
Would you dance for us later on?
What's that?
Would you dance for us later on?
I guess so.
No pressure, but
so
we'll
listen,
just video you.
What we wanted to do was give you an introduction. So we're hoping that next time you come back with your crew, so we can ask a lot more questions and get a lot more answers and maybe see you guys dance together. But we wanted to give you your platform for at least so you can come and speak about it, and let's see where it goes next time we speak. Because now I'm going to do my homework on it and check it out.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm going to do my homework and check it out and see, and do some comparison. Because honestly, I see a lot of guys doing it. There's only 1 or 2 guys that to me are compatible to Tiny, because he's really, really good at this shit. So is he one of your mentors, Tiny?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Is he well known in this community?
That too, yeah.
Is he really in the tutting, in the liquid tutting?
Mm-hmm.
The ugliest tutter.
But what does he do? Is he just a liquid tutter, Tiny, or is he all of them?
Liquid, digits.
So he does all of them.
Nah, he's awesome. When it comes to the finger stuff,
no, he's real good. He's got that shit down packed, bro.
As long as he doesn't smile, he's fine.
Yeah, because his teeth are bad. But besides that, so I want to say, seriously, unless you have something else you want to announce, I want to say thank you so much. But do you have anything else you want to tell us?
I just want to thank you for asking me to speak with you.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm so ill-prepared.
Well, listen, he threw this on you last minute. Listen, this was something you were here as a guest, and we found out we were willing to interview you, and hopefully you'll come back with your crew, and then we can get some real stuff going.
Yeah, and I'd love to see some performing. Yeah, absolutely.
Miss Rizl. Rizl? Rizl.
It was a pleasure.
Like Rizl, Dizzle, Rizl, Dizzle.
Untitled Boogie, man.